So this is my first video with my tripod back, and oh my god, it makes everything so much easier. I didn't realise how much of a creative person I was until the times where I didn't have my tripod. I was using everything and anything to mount this camera up to get it high enough, and I'm so glad I have now got my tripod back because I was running out of boxes to use, honestly. Anyway, I'm now purple. That's something that's also new. I'm purple, kind of weirdly brown rooted. Stuff happened, but I'm working with what I've got. And also, I'm currently trying not to choke on 2 sweets in my mouth that are shrinking and getting tinier, and I'm forgetting they're in my mouth, so bear with whilst I crunch those out. Anyway, I know this video is coming to you probably a little bit later than these kind of videos do, but I thought I'd just sit here and casually go through my reading year of 2019, my year in books 2019 as according to Ginger. Isn't that the world according to Ginger? That's a show, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, according to Goodreads, shall we say. So I was going to sit at my computer and that, but my computer is being slow of late, so I've got the information on my phone. Let's just use my phone. So it's going to be a lot of me just reading off the screens, but I will try. I'm not making promises. I will try to put each picture of the book that I'm talking about, and it's literally just going to be a quick fly through with like ratings and stuff, if I can see them, that is. It might not include ratings here. If I feel creative enough, I might include them in the video. And also, if I have the heart to do so when it comes to editing, I will do what Reagan from Peruse Project did and link all the wrap-ups of last year in the description as well. If I don't, you guys know where to find them. So I read okay, I'm not very good with numbers, so I struggle when there's too many like numbers in a row. Like, let's start again. I read 22,064 pages across 91 books in 2019. The shortest book I read at 10 pages was My Magical Dragon by Campbell Books, and the longest book I read at 832 pages was Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. Now this was part 1 and part 2, so it's Hush Hush and is Crescendo the second one, or is it Silence? I can't remember. The average length of book I read was 242 pages. The most popular book I read was George Orwell's 1984, and the least popular was Where's Mrs. Kangaroo by Angela P. Arrhenius. My average rating for 2019 was 3.7. The highest rated on Goodreads was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. And my first review of the year was A Map of Days, the 4th book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children books by Ransom Briggs. Now, it's kind of paced out like this. I've just got a screenshot of it, so I don't know if I'm reading them in the correct order, but we shall try, So, just going to list them now, pretty chill. A Map of Days by Ransom Briggs, Thin Air by Michelle Paver, Black Cat Volume 14 by Kentaro Yabuki, The Explorer by Catherine Rundle, Skullduggery Present Dark Days and Skullduggery Present Mortal Coil, both by Derek Landy, Fierce Fragile Hearts by Sarah Bernard, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, Hush Hush Parts 1 and 2 by Becca Fitzpatrick, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling, Cat Volume 15 by Kentaro Yabuki, The Water Cure by Sophie McIntosh, Elevation by Stephen King, Volume, I want to say 17 of Womankind, The Castle Collection. This was a collection of Disney princess inside their homes, kind of like MTV in my crib kind of thing, book version. I don't know, it was a fun little book. Doctor Who's The Good Doctor, Volume 16 of Black Cat by Kentaro Yabuki, Book 1 of the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. This one was Final Empire, Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick, Volume 17 of Black Cat by Kentaro Yabuki, Gina from Siberia, I forget the author's name, I can't see it on this zoomed in screenshot, Snap by Patrice Lawrence, Everdark by Ali Elphinstone, The Zen Reader, edited by Thomas Cleary, Melmoth by Sarah Perry, Legend of the Stars by Patrick Moore, City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, Black Klansman, Race, Hate and the Undercover Investigation of a Lifetime by Sergeant Ron Stallworth, An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, Ginny Moon by Benjamin Ludwig, Benali by Becca Fitzpatrick, The Magical Dragon by Campbell Books, ABC Zoo by Rod Campbell, The Fox, the Witch and the Worm by Christopher Paolini, Can You Say It Too? Woof Woof by, I can't see the name, Where's Mrs. Kangaroo by Angela P. and the same last name I can't pronounce very well, The Lost Explorers, again I can't remember the author's name, I can't zoom in close enough, Cautionary Fables and Fairy Tales, edition 1 and edition 2, and also edition 3. Issue 1 was the European edition, issue 2 was centered in Africa, and issue 3 was the Asia edition, and I can't remember the author's names either. The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, Little People Big Dreams, David Bowie, Saga Volume 4 and 5 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, Bird Box by Josh Roman, Soulfire Volume 1, Return of the Light by Michael Turner. The Magical Unicorn Society, The Official Handbook. A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Doctor Who, The Women Who Lived. The Little Red Hen Makes a Pizza. Again, it's too zoomed in for me to see the author's name. How to Be Human, a Manual by Ruby Wax with a neurologist and a monk. The Witch's Journey by Celine Silver something. Journal Ends the Pets at Primrose Cottage. The Midnight Queen by Sylvia Hunter. There's a book here that I can't see for some reason. It doesn't have a picture, so I'm not sure what that book was, but I'll try and find it. Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. The Pets at Primrose Cottage, I can't remember what this one was. Part 3, Trust Your Heart by Sheila Norton. This Book Loves You by PewDiePie. The Price Guide to the Occult by Leslie Walton. There's another one of those books that is sort of like blanked out and I don't know what that was. Mouse, Volumes 1 and 2 by Art Spiegelman. It was the complete edition of Mouse. Cat, Volume 18, 19 and 20 by Kintari BK. 10 Poems About Cats, Familiars by Stacey Halls. The Poet X by Elizabeth Licedo. Tom Cox's Help the Witch. Suicide Squad Volume 3 by Adam Glass. 1984 by George Orwell. Twisted Tales, A Whole New World by Liz Braswell, I think it was. The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Reddin by Alexander Bracken. A Carrier Mystery by Agatha Christie. Percy Jackson and the Singer of Apollo by Rick Riordan. The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy and Other Stories by Tim Burton. The Trials of Apollo, Book 1, The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan. The Trials of Apollo, Book 2, The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. The Day of the Trippers by John Wyndham. The graphic novel adaptation of Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. Dorothy Must Die by Daniel Page. Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. Killing the Dead by Marcus Sedgwick. The Little Book of Crystals, Crystals to Attract Love, Wellbeing and Spiritual Harmony into Your Life by Judy Hall. The Magical Unicorn Society, The Golden Unicorn Secrets and Legends. Volume 1 of the Deadpool Spider-Man crossover. What was that called? I can't remember what that was called. The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. Animal Farm by George Orwell. Womankind, Volume 19, I want to say. Highly Illogical Behaviour. And Spider-Man Deadpool, Volume 2. That one's called Side Pieces. So those are all the books that I read during 2019. Aside from the 2 ones that I don't know why they're blank. But yeah, I feel like despite things, I had an excellent reading year. It's the closest I've ever gotten to 100 books. So I'm really hoping to push for it this year. I've set my goal as, I think, 80 books or maybe 90 books. So I'm hoping that I still try and push to hit 100. That would be awesome. If not, that's also fine. But I like a little bit of a challenge that's within my control, you know. But anyway, let me know your progress for last year's reading, how many books you're hoping to read this year. You know, are you more interested in the quality over quantity? I prefer reading a good quality book over quantity, but it is nice when you set yourself a little target of wanting to be generally better read. You want to have more authors, more books you want to try out, and then giving yourself that goal of, oh, I would love to reach this many. You know, diversifying your reads or just sticking to your favourite genre. I think it's just nice to have a little goal. I forgot to say, at the point of filming this, so far I've read 2 books of this year, and I'm currently reading Winter Magic, which is curated by Abby Elphinstone, and it's a collection of, I think, 11 or 12 short stories set during like winter. It's middle grade stories by some authors that I recognise and some that I also don't recognise, and I'm only 3 stories in so far, again at the point of filming this, but I'm really enjoying it. I would definitely recommend it so far, but I hope to this week pick up Angel Mage by Garth Nix. It's come at a perfect time really. Well, I sort of tried to get it for this point, but also because I love Garth Nix. But Cat's Reading Corner has a booktube club, not booktube, just a book club, and they're reading it this month, so I would like to try and get to this as well. It's a chunker, and I've not read adult fantasy by Garth Nix before. I think this is his first step into that kind of more world, and I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also nervous because I'm like, oh, what if I don't like his tone, and he's one of my favourite authors. And it's like, I read a book by him called Frog Kisser, and it was very entertaining in that, but it was a little underwhelming after, you know, the Old Kingdom series, but it was still a good story. I really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping that I can still really appreciate this in a complete new way, you know, just enjoy it for what it is. Anyway, but yeah, anyway, without further ado, I shall bid you goodbye and good night, and I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye.